Hello, I'm Mighty Cosplay, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to turn from this to this. I start tracing my face using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in shade All Over Grey. I kind of struggled for the tracing with this makeup, so that's why, especially on my forehead, my tracing looked a little more messy. That's because I had to redo it a couple of times. I also marked some highlight spots using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in shade All Around White. For the parts on top of my head that will be white, I'm tracing them using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in shade All Around White as well. I start filling those parts using the Mirron Paradise Paint and dark blue. Basically, it will act as the shading of those blue parts. Then I fill the rest of it using the Mirron Paradise Paint in sky blue. I go over the dark blue body paint with the sky blue one in order to get a mid-tone, and then I start mixing the two shades in order to get smooth gradients for the shading. Then I outlining using a tiny brush and the dark blue body paint, and I'm adding some highlight using the Mirron Paradise Paint in brilliant baby blue. I then prime my lips with a thin layer of grey lipstick by applying white and mixing in some black. I then start filling the metal plates using the Mirron Paradise Paint in Storm Cloud Grey. Then I add highlight at the edges of the plates using the Mirron Paradise Paint in silver. Then I start shading the inside corner and edges using the Mirron Paradise Paint in black. For the chin, I'm filling the middle part with Storm Cloud Grey body paint, and I'm marking the shading with black on each sides. For the rest around my mouth, I'm marking the shading with the black body paint, then I fill the sides around my mouth with Storm Cloud Grey body paint, and I fill the middle of it using silver body paint, and I'm making a gradient. Then for the sides of that part, I'm filling it with black body paint and slowly mixing it with the grey body paint to get some smooth gradient for shading. I complete the other plates by filling them with Storm Cloud Grey body paint and pretty much repeating the same process of silver highlight and shading with black. For the plates on the side, I start by marking the highlight with silver body paint and filling the rest of the plate with Storm Cloud Grey. Then for the corners, I start shading with black and pulling it toward the larger part of the plates. For the kind of feathers on the top of the head, I'm filling them with the Mirron Paradise Paint in white. I leave the middle part blank to keep the tracing, and I will be filling that with grey body paint just later. Then I fill the part that I left blank with the Storm Cloud Grey body paint, and I'm shading with grey downward toward the outside. I also add back some white body paint because I want to get a very light gray shading. I also add some shading in gray at the root of each rod. I mark the highlight on the metal plates over my eyebrows with the silver body paint, and then I'm also outlining the lower plates with black body paint just to keep the tracing. Then I fill the rest of those plates with the storm cloud body paint. I also outline most of it with black body paint. I'm then slowly deepening the shade on the upper part of those wavy plates with black body paint. I mark the highlight in the center plate with white body paint, and then I fill it using the Mirron Paradise paint in yellow. I'm also filling those plates next to my ears with yellow body paint as well. Then for all the parts that I filled with yellow, I'm mixing in the Mirron Paradise paint and gold to get a shiny finish. I don't use gold directly because it has a kind of green undertone that I want to get rid of, so that's the reason why I mix it with yellow body paint. For the rest of the parts on top of my head, I'm marking some shadow with black body paint, and then I'm filling them using the Mirron Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Grey. I'm slightly shading around the plates by starting by outlining them with black body paint and slightly mixing it with the grey body paint. I'm repeating the same process of outlining and shading with black between each of the white rods. For the eyes, I'm shading the top of the eye part with black body paint and filling most of the eye area with Storm Cloud Grey body paint. For the eyes, I start by applying black eyeliner on my waterlines, then I use the blue from the Makeup Forever Flash palette to create the shape of the eyes, then I verify the placement by taking a selfie, and once it's alright, I set all that using a matte blue eyeshadow. Then I top the middle of my eyelids with a pinch of blue metallic eyeshadow. Then I outline the eyes using a black eyeshadow and a liner brush. Then I verify the shape of the eye by taking a selfie. Once it's alright, I re-outline it using a black ink liner this time, and then I will go a little bit further to start adding more black around the eyes. Then I set the ink liner using a black eyeshadow. Then I fill the rest of the eye area using the silver from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I set it using a dark silver eyeshadow. Then I'm outlining the eye area using a black eyeshadow and a liner brush. Then I'm slightly shading around the outline using a matte gray eyeshadow. Then I'm setting the blue shapes under my eyes using eyeshadows. I'm using a dark blue eyeshadow over the dark blue body paint and a lighter blue shade of eyeshadow over the sky blue body paint. Then once it's done, I'm topping the highlight I did with the body paint with a blue metallic eyeshadow. Then I'm redoing the lining on those blue plates using the dark blue eyeshadow, and then I start outlining the rest of the shape using a black matte eyeshadow and a liner brush. I set all the part that I did with the silver body paint with a light silver eyeshadow. For the sides of the mouth part, I'm redoing the shading using a dark silver eyeshadow and a black metallic eyeshadow and making smooth gradients. Then on the rest of the metal plates, I'm topping the Stormcloud Grey body paint with a dark silver eyeshadow. Then I'm redoing also the shading using a black eyeshadow. For the plates on the outside of my face, I'm repeating the same process of setting each color of body paint with a matching color of eyeshadow. For those plates on my eyebrows, here instead I'm setting the grey body paint with a light silver eyeshadow and the silver body paint with a white metallic eyeshadow to get even more highlight. For the metal plates on top of my head, I'm setting them using a light silver eyeshadow and then I'm redoing the shading using a dark silver eyeshadow and even also adding a pinch of black in the corners. For the white metal rods, I first set them using a white shimmery eyeshadow and then I shade under the line in the middle very lightly with a grey eyeshadow. Then I top the top half of each plate with white highlighter and the bottom half with white matte eyeshadow. Then I'm re-outlining a lot of those plates using black eyeshadow and a liner brush. For the gold plate, I'm setting your left side of it with a light gold eyeshadow and your right side of it with a darker gold eyeshadow. For the symbols in the middle, I'm doing them using a black matte eyeshadow and a liner brush and I'm pretty much stamping them on. I finish by setting the side golden plate with golden eyeshadows and then I'm re-adding some highlight using a silver eyeliner mostly on the edges of the metal plates. And this is the final result. So I did a cosplay SFX makeup of Vrak, one of the main villains and one of the many Power Rangers seasons. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. If so, please feel free to give a like and subscribe to the channel for more cosplay SFX makeup tips and tricks and cosplay SFX makeup tutorials. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye!